I want to show you guys real quick before we get started the new t-shirt design. So we got a couple of Make Toyota's Great Again, and this has got the old school Toyota stripes they used to put on the 80s truck. So that's kind of a cool little retro shirt. And then also in the same colors, the gray and the white, I have a print of the actual flatbed truck. So it turned out really good. I'm really surprised how well this print turned out on the shirt. So these are up on the website if you want to check them out. I'll have it linked down below. Let's get started on the truck. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you see, we finally got in our high pinion 488 front diff for the red TDI truck. So most of you guys know we've been waiting for this for quite some time. Coors West is where I ordered it from, and I think they moved locations, so they're way behind, but either way, we finally got it in. Now we gotta throw it in the truck. Most of you guys already know we already did the rear diff, got that re-geared to 488. We are in the middle of winter right now, and I haven't been able to use four-wheel drive because I still have 410s in the front diff. So we got to get this swapped out. First, I think what I'm going to do is paint this third member because everything else on the truck is black. My whole axles, thirds, everything is painted black, and this one is gray. So I think I'm going to spray this thing out with some black. We'll let that dry up. In the meantime, we can strip the axle down, get the old third member out, and get it ready to bolt this new third member in. There we go guys, got this thing painted up. So now let's get the truck in the middle of the shop and start tearing this front axle apart. Alright guys, got the drive line off. So basically what we got to do to get the axle shafts out is we got to pull the caliper, pull this locking hub. Underneath the locking hub there's the big nuts that basically hold this whole hub assembly on. We got to pull that off, and then we should be able to slide the axle shafts out, unbolt the third member, and swap that out. So shouldn't take too long, should be pretty easy. So let's get started ripping this thing apart. Just like that guys, we're down to the axle shaft, so this is everything got to pull off. Not too bad. So what I forgot to do is drain the fluid. If I pull this axle shaft out, it'll probably leak a bunch of diff fluid into my knuckles, which I don't want. So I'm going to drain that real quick, and then we can pull this axle shaft out. And to do that, there's two flat spots that need to be on the top and the bottom. You can't really see them, but you just kind of rotate the axle and it should come out. So let's drain the axle and pull the shaft out, and then we'll get the other side tore apart. Alright guys, you saw that fluid didn't come out very fast, so I assume the diff breather is probably plugged. So I pulled it out and we're going to clean it up, make sure it's free. There it is, guys. Got the third member out, so here it is. Not much different than the new one, except it's just lower gears. But either way, I gotta run to the parts store, grab a gasket. I've always had good luck with gaskets. I know a lot of people say don't run them because they can soak with oil and then start leaking. But I've always ran a gasket on every diff I've ever done, and I've never had a problem. So I'm gonna do that. It saves a lot of mess with the RTV. So I'm gonna go get a gasket, some gear oil, and we will throw this thing back together. All right, we got the hub back on, so now we need to set the bearing preload, and that is done with the nut, the big axle nut right here. So what we got to do, torque that to 43 foot-pounds. We're gonna spin the whole hub about 4 times, loosen it, spin it 4 times, tighten it to 43, spin it, loosen it, and then we're gonna torque it to 21 foot-pounds for a final torque. And then we'll get our other nut and the stake washer, and we'll lock those nuts in place. Alright guys, I got the truck all back together, good to go, looking good. Hopefully we got 4-wheel drive again. I'm not gonna go drive it right now because it just snowed and they're hosing the roads down with salt, and you guys know I'm a little picky when I drive this truck. So when we get some decent weather, we'll get out there, brake in the diff. So I think the break-in is 10 miles and then you let it cool off for a half hour, and you do that 3 times and diff should be broke in. So definitely go check out Coors West. I'll have their website linked down below. You can't beat their prices. If you guys are in a huge hurry, you gotta be patient, but they have amazing prices and do awesome work. So go check them out if you're in the market for a diff. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Go smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.